by air in the beginning. But yeah, so we have beastyqt is up 1. There we go, in a best of 3. So in the top left corner, we're gonna have playing as the red player, Kalevi. I think beastyqt asks who's the best Starbow player these days, and that is probably the red bandit. And or dirty, or or dirty, and yeah, those three are really close. And in the bottom right corner, we're gonna have beastyqt playing red this time. The Serbian Terran player, Alpha Squad, aka Kalevi, is from Luxembourg. Let me talk a little bit more about these players. Kalevi has been playing Starbow for a very long time, and he is also part of the Starbow development team. So I do speak with him regularly, and we do talk about, you know, balance and design a lot. So he's probably the most active of the Starbow developers. He's very passionate about the game. beastyqt from Serbia, he has been playing for Team Empire, I think he was playing for, if I remember correctly, a while back. He's also played a lot of 2v2s, especially with a Norwegian guy named Rich, and also with Snoot. And Rich, who played a lot of 2v2 with Snoot before Snoot became famous, he's actually someone, he's not a personal friend, but he's a personal acquaintance of mine from Norway. He was a student at the same university I was, and I watched his presentation for his master's thesis, and I did also play some StarCraft 1 with him. That was before StarCraft 2 came out, at the university campus with some of the computers there, and we did some fun FFA on Lost Temple with another guy that we found, and stuff like that. So he's really good though. I think I only barely beat him once. I did win the FFA, but that doesn't really count as beating him. But yeah, that was fun. So we're gonna have again, Kalevi's gonna go for a fast expansion this game. And so, beastyqt going for the very risky low ground fat. Oh, not that risky, but he's macroing it up. And Kalevi is not. What is he doing? Is he gonna? Okay, he's gonna go take this expansion as well. It's just later. He just went for the barracks first, so you can actually move out with his marines and actually put on a tiny bit of pressure because this barracks isn't even done yet. He doesn't know this though. So unfortunately, he's just staying back. I guess he just doesn't want to be scouted at this point. I guess that's more important. Because then beastyqt has to waste scan and not, like, used to that on overcharge and whatnot. Kalevi is... No, he was 2 supply ahead. Thank you for that information, Fraskar. Fraskar's awesome. Yes, the Starbow wiki could use some update. Let me take this time to petition that, actually. If anyone has some time on their hand and knows how to find information in the editor, then feel free to edit the Starbow wiki. It's a lot of work, and I don't... Yeah, it's very tedious. I'll do it eventually if no one else does it, but if someone wants to do that, that would help me out a lot. Gamano was the one who started maintaining it, but he's been inactive as of late. And it's a good thing to have. That Wikia is actually being frequently visited. If you Google Starbow, the Wikia page is one of the first ones to show up, actually. So it is a nice page to have, and we do link it from the main site. Also remember that on Monday nights on NA time, I think it starts around like 6 in the evening NA time usually. There's the Monday Night Starbow hosted by Vec, who is now in the chat as a sub mod, shouting out various slogans, and he hosts these awesome events. Every other week is a $25 event open for all, similar to this, but this one is $50, but only monthly. This is like bi-weekly, so in total they have the same price pool really. And then the other weeks he does like fun stuff like casual tournament or team play tournament or free-for-alls or just all sorts of different fun stuff. I would play in all of it if I actually weren't like dead asleep at that time because it's NA time. But feel free to check that out, especially if you live in the States or that part of the world. beastyqt. Okay, this is a much more standard opening from both of them. Well, that early aggression from Kalevi was quite standard. It's just beastyqt who deflected it so beautifully. So when it comes to third bases, I think for mech, this one might be decent because you can just defend here and defend here, and then you like extend yourself over here. And then this one is easier to defend, I guess, for Zerg and Protoss. It's easy to defend for mech too, but it's kind of far away from the rest. This one is closer, like in distance. So both of these thirds are interesting options. I do love a map that has different options for third. And this siege tank from beastyqt is scouting. This is the first scouting siege tank I've seen in a long time. If he's not careful, no, he'll be just fine. There's not a single siege tank out for Kalevi. And the production tab is what I forgot. And I also forgot to change the graphics and so to get rid of the black borders, but whatever. Oh, and Kalevi is just moving out everything. He wants to get rid of these siege tanks. And he might just catch them. Oh, he needs to be careful. He needs to repair those Goliaths. Yeah, get back in there. Does he have... Okay, now he has a Banshee and a... Okay, he's got a couple of more. He needs to repair that Goliath, though. And that... Oh, that bunker's just gonna go down. Is Kalevi just gonna lose? Oh, there's a Banshee going into the base. Oh, here is a missile turret, but... he needs another one. And meanwhile, he is chasing back this. He's losing a lot of SCVs. The SCVs actually killing a siege tank. Oh, wow, the SCV system. SCVs of... Kalevi's SCVs are really good. Meanwhile, this Banshee is gonna fly around and be annoying. Oh, he needs a scan! He needs a scan! Oh, he doesn't have a scan. Unfortunately, he loses a Goliath. So already off the bat, Kalevi's behind in workers. He's the same in that other supply though, and he needs to be a little bit careful not to overmake missile turrets at this point. Meanwhile, beastyqt is taking his third base, and Kalevi is scouting with his barracks. That's important. Oh wow, 2 Banshees did pick off an SCV there. Kalevi calling down SCVs at maybe a bad location. Yeah, so this missile turret I really like. It really helps like the rally to be safe. Wow! That micro from beastyqt. Do you see he shot from like way over there? And okay, has this been range upgraded? The range has a +1 upgrade, but it's versus a 7 range missile turret, and he still almost got a shot off without getting hit. Like, how does that even happen? That was insane. Meanwhile, a fire bat has been made in the mineral line. Okay, he needs to get out of there. I don't know if he actually got any workers killed. He got like 2 workers killed there. That was actually quite nice. I wish I caught that better. So beastyqt did choose to go for this base. Okay, there's a little bit of downtime. Let me see if I can get this like just a smidgen bigger. It still has some black borders. That looks... let me go full screen from this one. Almost looks good. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so back into the game. 3 Banshees now trying to do stuff. Oh, it's gonna try and pick up a siege tank. Gonna get a siege tank. Very nice. 3 shots from 3 Banshees, kill 1 siege tank. Who knew, huh? Who figured out? Vuja, don't play dirty. Yeah, I guess you can play dirty bag now. Yeah, you can play dirty bag now. I'm gonna cast Franskar versus Death End after this anyway. So beastyqt moving in with them Banshees. And the third has been spotted by the scouting barracks. Kalevi feels pressured to stay in his base. He doesn't feel safe moving out with these Banshees on the route. Basically, beastyqt is ahead in every single way at this time. It doesn't mean like if beastyqt makes a really bad attack that Kalevi cleans up really easily, then things might happen. Oh, Vikings are in here. If he gets a scan off, he needs to scan. He needs to scan. Oh, he kills 2 Banshees. That was a nice little victory for Kalevi. Now he can take this base, yes, and he's gonna go for this base actually, and not this hidden one. Well, not hidden, but more. And he needs to land this barracks and make those fire bats. But there's Vikings coming in from beastyqt too. This is gonna end up as a Viking fight, I'm sure. And the thing about Viking fights is it's not necessarily the guy with the most Vikings, because it splashes so much. So it's more about who spreads out his Vikings and gets like the good volleys off a lot of the time. So you can actually beat higher number of Vikings with lower number of Vikings if you micro them correctly. That's also interesting. So beastyqt is actually just going to push through here. Kalevi really needs to... Oh, he's going to kill that. Does he want to land the Vikings? He's going to land the Vikings. I don't know if that's a good idea. At this point, 4 Vikings to straight up beat 1 Viking. And I don't think this was a good engagement for Kalevi. He's got a couple of SCVs now that's going to go ahead and do some damage to these siege tanks. But yeah, it's not going to be enough. Meanwhile, oh, Kalevi is getting landed on. And where is Kalevi's units? Was that all he had? He has 3 more siege tanks. Ah, one of them is just gonna die. Now he has 2 more siege tanks over here. They need to siege up. Oh, nice. The call on SCV worked really well. And meanwhile, though, beastyqt is taking yet another base. This base hasn't even started to be taken. Oh, he took this one instead? I was sure he was gonna take this one. It's gonna get quickly. Get a planetary. Oh. Oh wow! Someone is gonna put down a lot of spider mines, and you see the spider mine shadows have become bigger. Yeah, it's beastyqt. Oh, almost. If he had actually attacked there, he would have had it. Kalevi needs to siege up. Okay, they're both scanning, both sieging. Gonna kill a couple of vultures. Yeah, these vultures are dead. Yeah, they're not gonna get anything. And oh, big drop in the main base. And Kalevi GG's. beastyqt takes the